further into the series of Do Not Trust Me in regards to Joe Blue. Now, we can all go through the comments section, but I want to highlight some few things in this one here. The Filth of Hunt Showdown Part 2, Cheetah's Fortune to Medkit. Now, if he's deleting it later, which it already seems like he's doing, going down we have someone called Spacey, was it? Yeah, Spacey Joken. He's responding here to Joe Blue, as you can see, Digital Plague. But Joe Blue is then also responding to him. However, prior to this, there is no comment by him. Spacey Joken does not have a comment prior in this section here, indicating something is wrong. Now, I don't really care about that section there. Here, for example, Not Muffin. You have reading skill issues, or you purposely misrepresent arguments. I reread his post 4 times to make sure I understood. You are definitely not answering him correctly. Then he responds. Was it that one there? Yeah. He's implying that your talking and constant complaining is the reason that you didn't hear the self-revive, not the distance. Discord comms doesn't make the sound vanish from the game. No, Discord comms does not make the sound vanish from the game, but you are so loud on Discord that the game is obscured. That you are overruling the in-game sound. He's not lying. You're misrepresenting his argument and arguing with a typical straw hat fallacy. Straw hat and straw man fallacy is the same. The bleeding effect doesn't mask footsteps. Nope, it does not. But you guys yelling and screaming, here, there, everywhere, cheater. That is obscuring the footsteps. That is masking the footsteps. To claim such is a lie. No one claimed it. You wrote it, Joe. No strawman, I replied. No strawman, I replied directly to his claim. Okay, what was his claim? I will highlight it. This part here is the main section from what Oz Freeborn is talking about. He's doing step-by-step analysis of what is happening in the fight. They are the team here, Joe Blue, his cousin, and their friend Josh, is claiming there are multiple people, adding like the confusion of a team when in fact there is only one person and has always only been one person. All the footsteps are from 4 players, Joe Blue's 3-man team, and the solo guy literally destroying them because they have no clue what they're doing. Like, there is nothing here that's directly saying that the footsteps are masked or anything. What's happening here is him also informing them, Joe Blue, that game sound can be different depending on how much confusion you add to it, because then you think you hear something else. Now, I will go back down here again, because Joe the Liar continues with all this, all the way through to the bottom. And where was it? There was a moment where he said, something. You can't hear any footsteps or revive. They are being masked by... They are not being masked by comms. They are being masked by comms because you guys are yelling insanely. But that's not my point. Okay, I have not seen that one actually. Where is it? There was a moment where Joke Blerp... Give me 2 seconds. I found it here. Joke Blerp is saying to Oz Freeborn, you can see down here, Oz Freeborn. Joke Blerp is saying, you either owe me an apology because you are factually wrong, or you are a cheater. That's the only 2 things that's happening here. But he's not factually wrong. He is factually correct. Joke Blerp does not like to be wrong. There is nothing in here that's directly obscuring the footsteps other than Joke Blerp and his 2 teammates literally yelling and screaming on top of each other. They are not focusing on the sound of the game. They are not doing anything extra in order to make sure they hear what's going on. And Joke Blerp even claims that at the end here, there is metal sound happening down here as a side bonus, and that he's hiding his footsteps too. Like, it's a common tactic for Joke Blerp to simply just say no footsteps. But if you then Google no footstep cheat, this here is just a direct Google. If we go through like this instead. No footstep cheat and possible hacks. Okay, go into it. Blue Jedi 999. Who are you? I also snapped this clip from his most recent video. It's Joke Blerp. So Blue Jedi 999 is also Joke Blerp. Like, if you see abusive ad removed. He has so many other comments. This one here is a locked thread. So like, everything Joke Blerp is doing here is locking him. He is toxic towards everyone on Reddit. He even have -100 karma, comment karma, and I have no idea how that's happening. 1 post karma. Like, I don't know how the karma works here. But that there is Joke Blerp. No footstep cheat. This is the game Farlight. Looks like some sort of football. Is that an Apex version? That's an Apex version. No footstep cheat, brand new thing, go to hell. November 2023. You positive it's a cheat because you can mute your footstep by crouching. That's another one simply asking. I've seen teleports cheat. That is a possibility too. I have experienced that in Hunt actually. These secret footstep audio settings are a cheat. This here is an audio setting then. Sound hacks for footstep Warzone.
Want to boost footstep audio like this? Listen, you can still hear the footsteps.
I'm not listening to it.
Go to the bottom. go to settings, make sure it's the
okay,
same in
so
Call of Duty.
this here is also an audio setting. New silent footstep glitch. Cheat code to hearing footsteps louder. So that's an equalizer. There is nothing here. Glitch. Hunt showdown sound issue. No footstep. And of course, he's the first one to appear. But just curiosity. Star Wars Battlefront Classic. I don't know that game. I was perfectly still and behind cover in the boss lair, and suddenly, boom, headshot from close range behind me. I was focusing my attention on sound because we were fighting the boss when the boss icon became red. And so the environment was quiet enough to hear any possible movement around me. That is a possibility. I've had that too. In my experience of the compound that was Port Rieger, they were jumping in through the window from where you have Jesus Christ, now I cannot even remember the direction. The direction going down where you have the ladder climbing up to the second floor in Port Rieger, and the direction with the double door to the left of that ladder, you have the double door. You can jump onto a window if the glass is broken, and you can actually get in silently. And if you jump from the window and out, you're even more silent. I had no idea that was possible, but my partner explained it to me. I was like, how the fuck did he teleport in here? And she was like, he probably didn't. We didn't trap the window. What fucking window? You cannot get in like that. And okay, continue like that. Like, seriously, it was weird. I just noticed that it's locked. But that's just to say, like, there are certain things that can make sound be silent. But it's also possible to have a glitch. Plus, I was playing with random, so nobody was talking or making noise. The making noise part doesn't really mean anything in playing with randoms. Because they can be shooting weapons or attacking, and that still counts as making noise. My headphones are fine, so is mine. My Logitech Superlight Pro X2 Superlight, I think it's called, is fine, but my partner's HyperX Cloud 2 is giving way more detailed footstep sounds. My ears are well, so are mine. My partner's is better, so I cannot explain how this happened. Glitching, bugging is possible. I don't know of any cheat, actually. Is there any bug with sound currently? Yes, there are. So many with them, actually. I noticed in general that sound are not as accurate as before. Yes, it got ripped with a patch, but I don't remember which specifically. But not hearing footsteps sound is new to me. It sounds about right to be around that date. Cheetahs teleport around the place. Like, that's the instant thing. It's always cheaters. Nonsense. Likely that you were on a fire map or the enemy had Lightfoot. Oh, yes, here. This here is back when you could silent footstep with Lightfoot and jumping. Then you couldn't be heard. That's back then. No, we quit fighting the boss. Okay, cool. Just skimming through to see if he actually called someone a cheater and made inflammatory comments. Yeah, that makes sense. I was playing with my volume too low. It is a possibility. That what I always do in tactical shooters. I just play with the volume so low I can't hear anything, then complain I can't hear anything. That sounds about right, because majority of your own videos, Joe, we can actually hear footsteps. There are even people in your own chat here, in your chat section down here, that can hear the footsteps of that video where you are complaining. Even us Freeborn. Ooh, I want to find that. HyperX Cloud, is that one there? Here. Wrong, these footsteps, there are footsteps, we can hear them, you cannot allegedly. Go buy yourself some HyperX Cloud headphones. My partner got the HyperX Cloud 2, for example. They give her more sound clues than what I'm hearing with my Logitech headset, but it's cool. I'm not complaining from that advantage, I guess. I chose the headset, so that's my disadvantage, so to say. Like, I cannot hear the player get up through though with either setup, even though he was about 8 meters from you when he arrived. I can clearly hear him take 4 running steps towards you before he blasts you when I'm using HyperX Cloud. Yep. If you have the Hunt is not built for the 7.1 surround sound version, but it does increase the sound in a weird, different way. I hear them much louder. You cannot imitate this from software recording systems. That this here is a thing you will need to be doing yourself, because the audio from a headset compared to recording directly on a computer is going to be different regardless. Do your research. There's also all sort of issue with Hunt audio and recording with GeForce Experience. Yeah. YouTube/GeForce are not capturing the raw audio, but the audio from your chipset driver. After it's done, all its signals processing, which is why we can't hear the solo when he revives. Most likely. You are losing a lot of, what's it called, data when you are recording with GeForce Experience or like software like that. But using OBS, Gamecaster, XSplit, games software that's built for recording, you get basically all the sound that you require built into it. I don't know if that's on discount. I don't even know what that would translate into. The funny part is actually down here. These two combinations of comments here proves that Joe Blue has reading comprehension issues. He reads something and cannot comprehend what that means. Me and the main guy I play with, that's just two off my head. Of the people that rushes in solo, rushes a 3-man group in a direct line of sight, for example. But yeah, that is one example of who would be going for the solo team. Oz Freeborn's mate is 3,000 hours, and Oz Freeborn is 2,000 hours. In this entire thing here, Oz Freeborn is not talking down on the skill level of his own friend or anything. In fact, he's saying that when he plays with friends, he's 5-star, dropping to 4-star and such. But if he played solo, he would be between 3 and 4 stars, which is lower when he's solo. But Joe then combines that. Sorry. There we go. Joe then combines that to Oz Freeborn being bad at the game. As a solo player, I would never. AKA, you need to be playing like Joe. Otherwise, you are not good at the game. And there it is. Unless Joe is justifying or agreeing with your playstyle, you are bad at the game. What kind of solo runs into a 3-man, into a team of 3 along direct lines of sight and isn't bad at the game or cheating? That's Joe Blue. He's quoting Joe Blue up there. Then Joe Blue is quoting Oz Freeborn. Me, the main guy I play with, that's just 2 off the top of my head. Here he is directly insulting Oz Freeborn and his teammate, basically. And what was it? How far up was that one? Here it is. You either owe me an apology because you're factually wrong or you're a cheater. The one owing anyone an apology is always gonna be Joke Blerp. Because he is directly, completely disrespectful towards everyone in the comment section. What does Oz Freeborn do? He humbles himself down and say, I apologize, I think you're right. Giving a detailed explanation of different things. My point about your team being bad still stands, because they are. There's yelling and screaming and adding to the confusion all the fucking time. And here, Joe not only like is being disrespectful again, he continues it. He's 3,000 hours and he's playing objectively bad. Joe Blerp is here directly saying that Oz Freeborn's teammate is bad because he is also charging 3-man groups. Does being 3,000 hours magically allow you to make poor tactical decisions when you are outnumbered? Well, if it's a poor tactical decision to charge a 3-man group, Joe, then what do you call losing to such tactic?
Fuck off.
Can we get
That
a
trade?
forward?
Yeah.
That was
Maybe.
a trade. I think it was a trade. You want to get Josh on
Forward.
quick time.
Alright, fine.
There's a body there. There's a body there. These are the two teammates that are already down. This is Joke Blerp. This is Josh. This is his cousin, the One Dread. This here is his cousin, the One Dread. You can see press F to stop spectating. It might be too blurry to actually see that. Press F to stop spectating. The corpse is there again. Still there. This is Joke Blerp. He died first. But if I go a little back...
It's a trade. You want to get Josh on quick time.
This here is the solo player outplaying them. If it is a... What was it? Let's quote Joke Blerp again. If it was a poor tactical decision when you are outnumbered, then what does it make you 3 guys
Alright,
when
fine.
the outcome then here looks like this?
8 is 4. Oh!
When the outcome looks like this, what does that then make you 3 guys? Even worse?
Mate, these guys are cheating. There's like no footsteps, man.
Now you can see your kill view, meaning you have no teammates to spectate. You cannot be revived anymore whatsoever. Now, I'm not going to play this clip here with sound because I'm not having my headset on at the moment. But this here is hilarious. Because Joke Blerp is insulting Oz Freeborn, is insulting Oz Freeborn's mate. But he is also ratting on himself, telling everyone that it's a poor decision to directly run into a 3-man team, a trio. But if you then also look at it on a different perspective, if it's a poor decision to run into a trio, how poor skill level, how horrible a skill level does the trio then not need to have for the solo guy to actually win it? They're not trapping the body, they're not burning the body, they're not doing shit to make sure. They're not even looking at the body continuously. They are adding to the confusion, they are yelling and screaming on top of each other. I can even do this here. I need to find where Joe is further down. I need Joe's inventory. Do I get it here?
There's footsteps left then, isn't it? Where's the horse?
Give me Joe's
It's over,
inventory.
man.
There we go. Joe has the opportunity to burn the body. So there is no excuse for already here interrupting the player. If we then speed it along, you can watch the clip yourself. If we speed it along, I muted the clip also. He is not watching the body at all. This here is what happens when no one is watching the body. If someone was watching the body, they would already know the body, the player was standing up, and then they could shoot him before he was all the way up and killing Joe. Now he's watching the one dread. The player is directly beneath him, hearing that he's on the metal. Then here his friend Josh is over there, hearing the person is going into the building. And here comes the cool part. They then claim there's another team, which there never has been. There is one person. And they are so confused about it that this here happens. They trade it. And then they say, there are more, there are more. That's why he's throwing the nade, trying to revive there. If there are more, then fucking be sure that they are not reviving their mate, or it's a solo that is self-reviving. Because then this here happens. Again, down. There we go. He was running dual shotguns. His whole plan was to rush into. No, to rush in. End of quote. That's the sign. I got it. Witch. I don't believe in witches or wizards. Which is also how cheaters play. No, it's not. That's how hyper-aggressive players are playing. You are insulting his intelligence, and in turn also insulting your skill level by saying, well, we lost to someone that's hyper-aggressive dumb plays. Like, you're not even burning him. You're not doing shit to make sure that he stays down. I can even show you that the one dread here. Ah, that was too fast. Frame by frame. Frame by frame. He could have also burned the solo player. Meaning he revived 3 times to get them to kill Joe, to kill Josh, to kill the one dread. Had Joe started burning him, he would probably have taken one of the bars. He could probably even have taken 2 of the small bars. Had the one dread burned him, he would have burned the last one here. Then they would have survived it. But how mentally retarded can these people be to accuse a legit player of cheating when they themselves are showing such horrible gameplay? And this here is not only to us freeborn. It's to every single person that disagrees with Joe Blue in the comment section. I found something funny. Yeah, it is this one here. Life's hard, but it's harder when you're too ignorant to see that standing still over and over again leads to you getting easily attacked, laughing my ass off. That argument only works if the other player is standing still and holding the same angle, otherwise they have to move and re-aim. Sure, let's look at it, Joe. Let's look at it. Am I getting it here? The other target will then need to run around and re-aim. The player just appeared there, right? Oh, that sound. You should
I think there's a team here. I think there's a team.
You reckon?
Could just be zombies I'm seeing. There's a team.
It is a team, right?
He was hiding behind a tree, basically dealing absolutely shit damage to Joe. So this here is a competition of attrition. His teammates are behind him, and to the side of him. There is no indication that his teammates are in line of sight of this solo player here.
He's got me out here.
You can even see they are so far behind they have not even seen him.
Get fucked. Bleed rounds.
Well, they pushed up.
He's standing there, already prepared that the player should pop up here again.
Close enough to the building.
Yeah.
See? Got him again. Simple as that. That is how mentally stupid this here is. What was it said? Life's hard, but it's harder when you're too ignorant to see that standing still over and over again leads to you getting easily attacked. Technically, works if the other player is still and holding the same angle, otherwise they'll have to move and re-aim. Frame by frame, this is annoying. I don't want to skip it. There we go. He's holding the exact same angle. Before he was standing behind that tree, then he rotated to stand by there, so he's not the easy target. What does Joe Blue do? He jumps up here to be the exact same dummy target as always. And this here is what he calls good skill knowledge, good game knowledge, good game sense, good skill. This here is good skill to Joe Blue. What? When you're standing still and they're using shotgun, all they have to do is peek the corner while holding the crosshair roughly in your direction, where you're sitting completely immobile. Exactly. With the reaction they hit me with, it wouldn't matter if I was mobile. Nope. If you were mobile and not jumping back up there, it would matter completely. Had you gone in through the house, out through the little latch, that's too far back.
Oh, look here.
Had you gone in too far? Had you gone in here and to the edge of the building over there, you would have had the advantage because he would still need to peek you at a different fucking position. Well, this here is Joe Blue. I am stupid and never trust me. The episodes. Part 9. Like, I'm continuing to enjoy this. I'm having fun exposing him. Joe Blue exposing himself as a lie too. So I'm enjoying this. And he's disrespectful to everyone in his comment section, except if you're agreeing with him, or if you are his own sub accounts. If you are Joe Blue's own sub, this error bus here is talking the exact same way Joe Blue is talking. So this here is either his mate or his own sub account. For him to get what's it called? Flow on his channel, whatever. To interaction with his channel. So he got multiple of them. I would even risk and claim What a Legend here is also Joe's own sub account. Because in August 23, he started doing like those streamer catching cheater streamers. So this here would also be an account he could use for the same purpose. But I have no evidence for that, so I'm not gonna say this is true at all. But hey, enjoy the episode.